Here is the first step to accomplish. When we start the program, we see a window with a single button called New View. When we click on the button, a new view appears centered in the window. It is white inside and has a black border. How can we accomplish this? Our plan is to create two subclasses. One subclass for our window and one subclass for our view. In the interface builder, we will make a button called New View, and when the user clicks on this button, an action message is sent to our window, which will then create our view dynamically. Let's quit the app and start Xcode and TextMate. First, we'll create our window subclass. Which we can call a window. Then we'll create a view subclass. Which we can call a view. Let's bring them up in TextMate. A window is a subclass of NS window. Since we will create a view, let's define an instance variable called current view, which will point to the view that we will create. We also need an action which we can call New View. Let's take this declaration and put it in our implementation. For start, we can make a dummy. Just print New View in the console. Let's save all this and go to the interface builder. Select our window and tell that it is a window. Also make our button and set its title to New View and connect the action New View to the button. Save and go back to Xcode. Build and go to see if it works. So far, so good. Click on the New View button. It behaves as expected. Close the app and let's go back to awindow.m and put something more intelligent here. What we want to do is to create a new view. And the crucial line here is this line, where we create a new view. And to do that, we need a frame rectangle where to put the view. Now, how do we get this rectangle? The width and height we can just set to some values. But where shall we put the origin of our frame? Suppose that we have a center point of our Windows content view. Call it C. In that case, here is the origin's x-coordinate, and here is the origin's y-coordinate, and here is the width and height. But how do we calculate the center of the Windows content view? Well, suppose we had a method called center that, given a rectangle as input, would produce as output the center point of that rectangle. Then we could just call this method and get our point. Let's write this method. It takes a rectangle as input and produces the center point as output. So, having the center point, we create our view and add it to a subview to the Windows content view. One thing that we have to take care of is this A view, which our file doesn't know of yet. We must import aview.h up here. Also observe the center method, which is defined below its invocation. In order to avoid warnings, we must declare it either as a private method or as an external method. And since this is a general purpose method, we can declare it externally. The only thing left now is to actually draw our view. The method drawRect is, as you probably know, automatically called from the system each time it decides that it needs to be drawn. So we have to put some code here that will actually draw the view. We have white color, which we fill our rectangle with, and black color, with which we color the frame border. By the way, you can read about these two functions in the Application Kit function reference. Okay, let's save everything and test. And as we can see, it works.